The Buffalo Bills fall once again to the Kansas City Chiefs, 32-29. Season's end. Welcome to Buffalo Against the World.
This is Buffalo Against the World Sports Talk with Kulu and
Cousin Brad.
Bills Mafia. It's our time.
Act like you know, baby.
Act like you know.
Welcome, everyone, to another edition of Buffalo Against the World. And the Buffalo Bills fall to the Kansas City Chiefs once again, 32-29. Very tough loss for our hometown team. They had high hopes, over-accomplished season. But we stand together as the Bills Mafia. We are still fearless. We will keep going, and we will keep pushing. Cuzzo Brad, man, how you feeling? Tough loss.
Well, was not the storybook ending. Was not the storybook ending we wanted. Was not the way we wanted to end this season. Welcome to Buffalo Against the World. Thank you for joining us on the season finale of the show. This demon that we just can't get past. This demon in Kansas City. This black magic that it keeps rubbing on us every time we touch the turf there at Arrowhead keeps coming back. And unfortunately, we just couldn't get past this hump. I honestly thought this was the year, but unfortunately, it's not. It's not. I only cried for 10 minutes, so that's growth. Only 10 minutes this year. Yeah. But like the rest of the Bills fans, you know, it was a little broken up, a little hard to wake up this morning, but as we do, we always survive. We always come back next year. So,
yeah.
Hang in there, Bills Mafia. We're right there.
All right, Cuzzo, man. Take us around the league. What happened this weekend that led us to where we are today?
Okay. Washington lost. Philly won. Buffalo lost. Kansas City won.
Yeah.
Super Bowl in New Orleans, Philly and Kansas City again. Yay. Go Birds.
Yeah.
Kinda.
Yeah. You know, we're gonna discuss this today.
Okay, I'm not gonna do that. I gotta be professional, but I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah.
A couple of things happened. Brian Schottenheimer became the coach of the Dallas Cowboys for some reason. That's who you replaced Mike McCarthy with? Brian Schottenheimer. No disrespect. Love his dad. His dad, Bill, played linebacker for the Buffalo Bills, coached the Kansas City Chiefs, coached the San Diego Chargers. Legendary coach. Loved his dad. But Brian Schottenheimer is your new coach? Yeah. That was the splash? All right. So, shout out to Dallas. Good luck. Also, Aaron Glenn is the new New Jersey Jets head coach. Again, that was your splash. Now, hey, Aaron Glenn, great corner, first round draft pick by the New York Jets back in 1994, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. So, New Jersey, there's your new guy. Good luck.
Don't forget the Pete Carroll announcement.
I mean, is that really a thing?
Yeah, it's an announcement.
All right. Well, Pete Carroll got hired. Who did he? With the Saints?
The Raiders.
Oh, yeah. And Pete Carroll got hired by the Raiders because, yeah, that's not going to work out. Let's just stop right there. He's not the coach for the Raiders, but he got hired by them. We'll see how that works. So, You're welcome, Vegas. Good luck with that. And what else happened? Oh, and we already talked about that. That linebacker went to the Patriots, and he's their coach now. Yeah, so yeah. So that happened. I'm a little broken up. Pardon me. Yeah, I'm broken.
No worries.
But all right, go on.
And also the legendary Bills safety Micah Hyde has officially announced. Micah Hyde has officially announced his retirement from the NFL at the conclusion portion of the season. So Mike Hyde is officially retired as a Buffalo Bill. He is
Yeah,
retired from the NFL. Great career, especially here in Buffalo.
definitely.
So, man, wish him well. And, hopefully he sticks around to help
Mhm.
out some of these young guys somehow, some way on McDermott's staff. We'll see how that
Yeah.
plays out. And
Thank you, my guy. Thank you,
see.
Ghost, for all of the things you did. Much appreciation. Salute to the SWAT team. Definitely appreciate you, 23. Enjoy retirement, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, Cuzzo Brad, let's get into this. The Bills fall to the Chiefs again. Very, very tough loss. We said it right here in the show
We did.
last weekend. We spoke. We said, hey, if you leave it up to the refs, you're going to lose. If you play this game close, you're going to lose. I was very much under that impression as I was watching the game with some friends,
Yeah.
and I sat back and I saw that this particular play right here, and as it unfolded, the
Oh, boy.
controversial play of the game. As we can see, Josh, forward progress still does matter
I
in the
don't
NFL.
understand.
And if we want to go further than that, we can go to this play right here, the play before
Yeah.
that play.
I,
Kincaid got the first down, which again, clearly he's right there. And then this leads to this here, which was the controversial play of the game. Very, very tough, very hard. When it comes down to that, cousin, I have to say that this team was the better football team. We did not, and this is some encouragement for our Bills fans out there. With this supposedly being a rebuild year, this team was better than Kansas City, built better. This team did not play to their full potential yesterday, and our best player on defense got injured in the first quarter. So keep that
yeah.
in mind. And for the Bills in Josh Allen, starting with Josh Allen, for Josh Allen not to play as well as he has in the past against the Chiefs, they still were right there.
Yeah.
They still were right there. And Patrick Mahomes had to play a perfect game to beat the Bills. And he
Pretty
played
much.
perfect game, and Josh Allen played a
Kinda.
subpar game and was still right there. So that tells you something, Cuzzo. It tells us is that Josh Allen was on his game. We were going to blow them out like I anticipated, which would have happened. Unfortunately, the offense really did not show up starting with our quarterback. So I'll start right there with what was our likes and dislikes, quarterback play. Josh was not himself in the first half.
He
He
wasn't.
missed some throws. The one to Curtis Samuel in the beginning where he just drilled it in there and Curtis
Yeah.
dropped it. He dropped it. But if he hits him in stride, Curtis goes for 30, 40 yards.
Yeah.
I mean,
I gotta.
throwing into double coverage the very first series of the game, I saw it from jump start. I saw the fear in his eyes, and I didn't like it. I was really discouraged, but I was so concerned. I was like, "This is your moment," and I think he came along as the game went on,
Yeah.
but from the start, he was not there.
Yeah. Yeah, you hit it on the head. I mean, he definitely was rattled. He was definitely rattled in the first drive. He was rattled. He wasn't himself. The game didn't come to him yet. They kicked off to us, and I knew that was kind of a problem. Like, oh boy, we get the ball first. And it's never good. I don't want to say it's never good. You kind of want to set the tone on offense, but you could just tell something was just a little off. He was not himself on that first drive. Took a little while for him to settle down, settle in, and he was definitely missing a couple of crucial passes. But once it got on, it got on. So, I give him credit there. The quarterback play wasn't, I don't want to say it wasn't up to par. Something was definitely a little off in the first half, but he came in, settled down. We scored on the next drive. Patrick Mahomes fumbled. We got he gave us a turnover. That is un-Patrick Mahomes like. That's something that rarely happens. So his game wasn't really on either. It was two Titans going at it, man. I'm not really going to fault Josh Allen for that, but I did not like the calls in the first half. Like that we got it working in the second half, but first half, did not like the calls we were sending out.
Yeah, and so it starts with him. It starts with setting the tone. Andy Reid has a saying, and his saying is that our best players have to be better than their best players. That did not
Yep.
happen last night.
No.
You know, look at Josh Allen. Did he outperform Patrick Mahomes? Absolutely not.
Mm-mm.
You look at anybody on defense. Did they outperform Chris Jones? Absolutely not. I mean, so I mean, you can say I guess you can say. Well, I can't even say Kincaid or Knox really outplayed Kelsey, even though Kelsey was shut down. And that's one of the
Again.
things we have to give big props to
Yeah.
Sean McDermott for is what
Yeah.
we talked about, because we said this last week on the show that McDermott is an absolute genius at taking the best player away. He took
Yeah.
Kelsey away. He took
Yeah.
him away. Kelsey was a non-factor in this game. And
Yeah.
not only did he take Kelsey away, he took the run away. So just a few
Kinda.
stats here. I have to throw these stats out here because
Go ahead.
real quick. Patrick Mahomes 18 for 27, 245 and a touchdown. Kareem Hunt was 17 for 64 and a touchdown. Patrick Mahomes was 11 for 43, two touchdowns. That was the difference right there. Xavier Worthy 2 for 16 for in rushing. Xavier Worthy, that guy who we traded to the
Yeah.
Kansas City Chiefs, six for 85 and a touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster hasn't heard that name in a while. 2 for 60. Hollywood Brown 3 for 35. Kelsey 2 for 19.
Yeah.
All right, he was
They held him in
shut
check.
down.
Yeah.
They had, Mike Dana had one sack, and Wharton had a sack as well. So they had two
Yeah.
total sacks. On the Buffalo side, Buffalo had Josh Allen was 22 for 34, 237, two touchdowns. James Cook 13 for 85, six
Baller.
yards per carry, two touchdowns. Josh Allen right behind him with 11 for 39. Didn't really get Ty Johnson and Ray Davis going too much in this game. Mac Hollins, our guy, who's got to come back.
Animal.
3 for 73 and a touchdown. I love the energy he brought. 3 for 49 for James Cook. 6 for 46 for Khalil Shakir. 4 for 33 for Amari Cooper, and 2 for 13 for Dalton Kincaid. The Bills did get a sack with Matt Milano. Actually, two sacks, Matt Milano and Jordan Phillips. So two sacks even for both offenses.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I mean, but we gotta excuse me, we have to keep in the fact that we're going against the best team in football. We're going against the best team in football. They are the champions. They've been the champions the last 2 years running. Hopefully they don't get a third one. They may make history. It's a possibility. So going into this game in Arrowhead is not an easy task to win. They've only lost one game to us at the Ralph. That's the only game they lost. I mean, they lost to the Broncos, but we don't count that. I mean, are you counting that? I'm not.
No.
Yeah, exactly. So they only lost one game this season, and that was to us at the Ralph. So going into Arrowhead, odds are stacked against you. We already know the things that happen. We knew going in. We talked about it. Hats off to them, man. They won. It was close. It was a slug fight. This game never disappoints to give you a heart attack. It's never a blowout either way. It's always going both sides. They keep you into it. It's entertaining. We just got to find a way to be on the winning end of this in the playoffs. We can beat them in the regular season. We can beat them, no problem. Just when it matters, when it's do or die, win or cry. And unfortunately, we've been crying against these guys.
So let's get into this, and we'll talk a little bit deeper. Things that I really did like. I think the offensive line did great run blocking. They've been the MVP of the season. Unfortunately, things I didn't like is obviously we didn't get those snowplows plays. We didn't get them.
Yeah.
It was 3 of them that they stopped, and the one that was very crucial.
They were ready.
Even so, we say he was. Trish Jones was lined up in the neutral zone. That was said. It's a controversial thing with the spot of the ball. And just to play before, as we mentioned earlier, the Kincaid. Was he
Yeah.
was already on the first down before we did, which should have not even put us in that situation. But offensive line was definitely a like for this team. I think the offensive line were the MVP for the Bills in this game, period. Defensive line definitely did their thing stopping the run. We have to give them that.
But there's a prop up. Go ahead. I'll let you finish.
But for the most part, receivers didn't do what they were supposed to do. Tight ends didn't do what they were supposed to do throughout this game in totality. And I believe Spagnolia decided to focus in on stopping Khalil Shakir. He zeroed in on wherever Khalil Shakir was. He realized, and this is what genius coaches do. This is what genius coaches do. Like, who lines up to stop a slot receiver? Like, it's just amazing.
He took one of the best weapons we had. Shout out to Steve Spagnola, and he made the perfect call on that last play. That was a perfect call. And I look back at it, I'm like, man, that was genius. Steve Spagnolia sent the corner blitz. No one was expecting that. I wasn't expecting that. And he decided we got to hit him with something he's not ready for. Corner blitz right off the right side. Got Josh off his balance. Threw a pass. The pass was there. We didn't catch it, but that was a genius call by Steve Spagnolia. I mean, when it comes to our defense, it's kind of like we forgot that Patrick Mahomes could run too. Like, we forgot that. Like, yeah, he can light the scoreboard up throwing the ball, but we kind of didn't take into account that he can run if he has to. He doesn't do it often. He doesn't do it often as he should, but he can do it too. He can do it just as much as Lamar, just as much as Josh, just as much as Jalen, just as much as any of these running quarterbacks in the league. He can do it, and we kind of forgot about that, and it killed us. And yeah, we took away Travis Kelce, but we opened the door for Xavier Worthy. We opened the door for Juju Smith-Schuster. Like, we opened the door for guys that can hurt us. So we didn't take away all of their weapons. We just took away one of their best. So that killed us. And yeah, I hate to say it, and I said it the night the draft. We could have had Xavier. You wanted Xavier Worthy. Wanted Xavier. We said it on the show. You wanted him.
Yep.
We gave them Xavier Worthy to get Keon Coleman, who I don't think he had a catch yesterday. Did he have a catch?
Keon Coleman had 1 for 12. 12.
He had one catch, which I'm not taking anything from Keon Coleman. I think he's going to have a good career. But why did we do that? We gave him the mallet to beat us. Like, here, this is how you're going to beat us in the playoffs. Here you go.
You gave him a younger Tariq Hill. I mean, you have to be very, very careful, when you do these things. And I say arrogance. I call arrogance on McDermott and Brandon Beane's part for that, because you have to know that this team knows something that you don't know. Yeah. And when they make a call to you, you just hang up the phone.
Yeah, or don't answer.
Hang up the phone. Like, who do you think you are that you're smarter than them to say they're going to pick a guy here that, we don't need. We don't need him. Whoever they're going to pick, we got our guy. Like,
let's be real.
Who do you think you are to say that? This is a team that has had their foot on your throat for the last 6 years. And you're sitting up there saying, "Oh, I'll make a trade with the enemy. Why not?"
I mean,
I don't get it.
And I'm gonna be real. And I felt this way at draft. They did that just so we couldn't get him. They did that just so we couldn't get him. It's like, yeah, we don't want to let Buffalo get him. Let's see if we can make a trade for him. Because, like, come on, man. Because they could have drafted him anyway. Like, they could have just took him anyway. The Bills could have just took Coleman at that spot. He wasn't gone. He wasn't going anywhere. So I don't know. I don't says please fire defensive coordinator right away, and maybe the coach as well. Dude, you got an argument with Bobby Babich, but you ain't firing McDermott. You can't fire McDermott. Unless John Gruden is at the door with his bag and his binder that says XY Spider Banana on it, he ain't going nowhere. John Gruden would be the only legit hire I would take.
let's turn over
But
to the
now we're not
defense.
even going to do that. Go ahead.
The defense, they won the battle of the trenches. We mentioned that they took Kelsey out of this game completely. Their biggest threat. McDermott did a great job with that. But dislikes for me, Cuzzo, obviously when Benford went down.
That was
Like
tough.
Kyer Elam, we have spoken highly of his talent on this show. But I have never wanted him to play corner. I always wanted him to play safety because he's big and tall and fast. But him as a corner, no. This has got to end. If you're not going to use him and use him to where he can be good at, get him off this team. And that's just what it is. It's getting disgusting now. The guys in the secondary weren't tackling well. Cole Bishop was out of so many positions. He was in a position to make that one play. Of course, the refs. Again, if you leave it up to the refs, you're going to lose. We said this before. Again, safety help. Xavier Worthy on Damar Hamlin.
It's not going to work.
Ultimately.
Benford was the defense, man. We can say it. You can say it. He was the defense. Yeah. And people always text me, and I get emails like, "Yo, why y'all love Christian Benford so much? Why y'all love?" I'll tell you why. I'm gonna rattle off some names here. Okay, this is fewest yards per snap allowed by a coverage cornerback. Ready? I'm gonna read off the names. These are the top 5. Number 5, Rio Wooden. He's pretty good. Pretty good. Averages 0.7 yards a game. Jalen Johnson, one of the best young corners in the league. He's pretty good. Again, 0.7 yards a game. Marshawn Lattimore, one of the best to ever do it right now. Patrick Surtain Jr. averages 0.6. You know who number 1 is? Christian Bedford. 0.5 yards allowed coverage by a cornerback. He's number 1. That's why he's so important.
Mm-hmm. And
they don't throw the ball to him. They don't throw the ball his way. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he don't have a lot of interceptions and he don't make a lot of tackles. That's on purpose. They don't throw that outside. When Kyer Elam came in the game, they're like, oh yes, picnic on that side. That's exactly where they went as soon as he came out the game.
Yeah, and they kept picking on that side. They were going in on him. They were going in on him, and he did not know. He had no answer. I never liked him as a corner. I always thought he would be better suited to be an NFL safety. And this is where McDermott has to find the talent, use the talent that he has on his team, suited to the best needs for the team. You can't just force a guy that's not working out. This is a first-round draft pick. Now, if we're going to be arrogant,
same draft.
Yeah, if we're going to be arrogant, Cuz O'Brad, and said my draft picks are doing this, that, and the third, okay, you got to put your draft picks in a position to win. You have to do so. And even last night with Keon Coleman, you're throwing the ball to him on a third and one, third on the goal line. Over Amari Cooper, an experienced receiver who has done this. Whoever made that call is foolish.
That was a bad call.
It's absolutely foolish. Yeah. And again, these are things that I'm talking about, not building your guys up. Now, here's a question.
Hold up, before you move on with the question, and this is what I'm honestly thinking. Maybe he just ain't cut out to be safety either. Because, he has the height and he has the length, but maybe he can't call out the zones like Taylor Rapp and Damar Hamlin. And I'm assuming Cole Bishop, because you drafted Cole Bishop this year, because when you play safety, you got to talk out there. You got to talk to your guys, say, hey, dropping him off. He's in your zone now. You got to talk. Maybe it don't translate. It's something about this kid that we don't see the reason why he's not living up to his potential. It's the reason why
he shouldn't be on this roster.
I agree.
We're not going to keep.
We're not seeing it.
We cannot keep teeter-totting this line. Okay,
I agree.
If you know you made the wrong pick, first round, second round, third round, fourth round, fifth round, sixth round, seventh round. I don't care which round it is. If you know you made the wrong pick, let him go and get something else. It's that simple. It's that simple. He's taking up a 53-man roster, and I'm at the point where now we're gonna dissect this roster as we go through towards we get to our how to get a dub in the off season. We're gonna get to who stays and who goes. So y'all stay tuned for that because we need to get to that too. Defense, cause couldn't stop Patrick Mahomes. No defensive end contained. Why is Von Miller on this team? He did absolutely. I mean, we're playing them third downs.
Yeah.
Come on, cuz we playing somebody $26 million a year to be third down pass rusher. Come on, man. No, we don't need that no more. We don't need specialists.
It makes worse when Tony Romo circles him on third down, and then he just gets blocked. It's just why don't we do that?
Cruz, who had a fantastic season, why are you not containing the quarterback? Why are you doing this DE trap every time?
God, it bothers me so much that they don't box in. It bothers me. I was telling my dad who's watching right now, I'm like, yo, why are they rushing inside? Why are they not containing him? Oh, that bothers me. It's technique. I play defensive end. You box in. You box in. You box in. You trust your interior guys and you box in. If he escapes inside, that's not on you. You try. But you can't let him get outside. That's the problem. Sorry. That triggered. That triggered.
The group, man, that was not, but that's coaching. That's coaching, cuz. That's coaching. And I don't know if they were told to do that or instinctively just trying to make a move to get to the quarterback. Anybody can tell you trying to run into between a guard and a tackle is not going to be smart. Yeah. Hello. But
that's why I got to give Jordan Phillips his love, man. Jordan Phillips literally picked his guy up to run Patrick Mahomes. That was probably one of the most awesome sacks I've ever seen. I know it gets overshadowed because we lost the game, but he literally picked his guy up, lifted him, and carried him into Patrick Mahomes, what I thought was so awesome. So shout out to Jordan Phillips for that, because that was great.
Yeah, you got to do stuff like that. And that's the type of plays, cuz, that says that man right there wants it. That's a guy I want on my team. That's a guy that I want on my team. If I can get a guy with that mentality every single play, that's what I want. Let's can we talk about coaching really quick?
All right.
I think that McDermott had a really good, solid defensive plan to stop the run, to stop Kelsey, which was great. Obviously, with Benford being hurt early in that game, it really hurt the Bills, and he had to change up some things what they were going to do defensively.
He did.
Maybe that's a legitimate reason. The 3rd and 9 at the end of the game, where the Bills could have got the ball back if the Chiefs would have kicked the field goal. It was 3:45 left.
Yeah.
3rd and 9.
Yeah.
You could have called a timeout, get your defense together, get your defense set to prepare to keep everything in front of them, in front of that, so they don't get that first down.
Yeah.
They did not do so. They flinched. They just wasn't locked in, and Bernard just got beat badly by a running back.
He did.
So again,
he was in position. He was in position. He just didn't make the play. So it wasn't personnel. He was there. He was there. He just couldn't make the play. So I wouldn't fault that. I mean, he was in a position to make the play. He just didn't make it.
Yeah.
So that's really not coaching. That's really on him.
To me, I think you should have called the timeout to let your players know the magnitude of this fire. I'm sure they knew. But at the end of the day, you might have to just give them a brief pep talk. One thing about coaching that I will say is that, and you won't understand this unless you've played the game. When you play the game for Andy Reid, and Andy Reid comes up to you and says, son, we're going to lean on you this play, and we need you to make the catch, and we need you to make the play. All right? You know what he's saying when he's telling you that, right? He's saying, if you don't make this play, you up out of here, or you sit in the bench, you're done, or you might not see the field again. Versus when McDermott says the exact same quote, it means two different things when a guy who has proven it and done it. And this is my issue that we run into with Sean McDermott versus a Belichick, versus a John Gruden, versus Pete Carroll, versus a Andy Reid. Guys who done it, they command a certain type of respect from their players. Unfortunately, the team have not yet fully bought in to McDermott's ways for the simple fact that they've gotten close but not won it all. So that really makes it difficult for players to fully buy in.
But see, where does that take you then? Where does that take you then? Because you mentioned Andy Reid. We forgot to mention that Andy Reid went to 4 straight NFC championships with the Eagles and lost all of them. Then he actually went to the Super Bowl and lost the Super Bowl. And then they got rid of him. He went to the Chiefs and became a great coach. Is that what we want with McDermott? Like, do we want to get him, let him go build another program and win a Super Bowl and become a greater coach than he was here? Is that because I don't want that? I'd rather not. I'd rather not have that. Because that's what America and that's what everybody seems to forget. Like, oh, Andy Reid's such a great coach. I was watching the Eagles pretty heavily back in the early 2000s. They were losing every year in the NFC Championship game. Then he goes to Kansas City. They still weren't that good. Remember the Alex Smith year? They weren't that good. We beat them twice. Remember that? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And then they got Patrick Mahomes, and they became what they are now. But it took a while to get there. So don't just sleep on Sean McDermott like he just not that dude. He clearly is that guy. Like, we clearly a different team now that we have here. And if he goes somewhere else, he's just going to build another program.
Yeah, I get that. And there's not many guys. Dolphins? There's not many guys that I would take over Sean McDermott right now, to be honest with you. There's only a few. I would be willing to take a chance on a John Gruden. I would be willing to take a chance on a Bill Belichick. These guys are offensive and defensive students of the game. Right. And they're champions. I would absolutely love that. If I were to replace McDermott, that I would be looking at Belichick as the number one guy who just signed with North Carolina, so you're not going to get him no time soon.
But Gruden's still out there.
Gruden is out there, but I still would keep this trajectory going because at the end of the day, this was a rebuild year, and it was technically a rebuild year. And think about every year that it was considered to be a rebuild year. What happened? We went to the AFC.
We exceeded expectations.
The last time we were rebuilding, they went to the AFC Championship against the Chiefs. So, I'm proud of that. I am proud that this young team that had no really playoff experience together was still able to make it this far.
Yeah. It was a lot of buts this year. It was like no one really bought in. I don't want to say no one. Nobody really bought in until the Lions game. It was like, okay, well, we know the Jets, Dolphins, and Patriots are pretty bad. So I guess we're going to roll with the Bills. Then when we beat the Lions, people were like, oh, they're actually pretty good. We should kind of like lay off them for now. And then, we got on the train. I was on the train right with everybody else on the train. Like, hey, man, we're going to run into the playoffs. We'll see what happens. We beat Denver. No one expected us to beat Baltimore. Beat Baltimore. And we just ran into this virus that Roger Goodell sicked on the league. And here we go.
You agree with this?
Hate to say this, but Josh Allen about to be the Dan Marino. No, he's not. No, he's not.
I mean, it's looking.
Dan Marino made it to the Super Bowl.
His rookie season.
He did, but
he lost. He lost to 49ers.
He's still a Hall of Famer. Still one of the best quarterbacks to ever play. Is that bad? Is it bad that he's gonna turn into Dan Marino? He had a pretty good career.
No, I'm just saying that. I don't say that. I'm not calling for McDermott's head. Again, this was a rebuild season, and he overaccomplished. Absolutely,
yeah, he exceeded expectations. Definitely,
but I am starting to. It's turning in my head to say that is he the guy that's going to take us over the top? Now you're going to have a off season here to look at, analyze your team, and say who stays and who goes. Who do we
Yeah.
resign? Who do we let go? Who do we bring in for free agency? Who do we draft? Now you
Already
have
have a
an
name.
opportunity to fill those gaps. And
Yep.
we're going to see if you can take us on this another run and get past this demon that we've been trying to beat for the last 6 years.
And I got the perfect guy.
Yeah. So
We're gonna get into it. I
Yeah.
got the perfect guy who hates Patrick Mahomes just as much as everybody that cheers for the Bills. And you probably already know who I'm talking about, but we're gonna get to it later. Chat, y'all know who I'm talking about. You know who
before we
hates
get-
Patrick Mahomes just as much as I do.
before we get into that, let's go into our hater of the
If
week.
there's any haters in here right now that don't have nobody to hate on, feel free to hate on me.
Keep the hate coming. Keep the hate coming. Buffalo Against the World show.
Turn me up some more so my haters can hear.
Cuzzo Brad, I know you love to do this segment, so I'm gonna give this one to you. Who was your Buffalo Against the World hater of the week?
All right, so this week's hater of the week went to all those people talking negatively about our fan base and how we were talking of, for all the Baltimore fans and what we do and stuff like this. They were sending, their guy death threats and stuff like this and all this other stuff. Let me just throw some numbers at you as far as what Bills fans did in their time of crisis. Tua Tagovailoa, after his concussion, this, mind you, this is the past couple of seasons. After his first concussion that he had against us, we donated over $18,000 to his charity after his concussions. All right. When Lamar Jackson, that playoff game where he went out with a concussion, where we picked him off and, they lost here during the COVID year, we donated to, including us, me and you, we donated over $360,000 to his charity after that concussion. And this year, Bills fans donated to what is his name? The tight end.
Andrews.
Yeah, Mark Andrews, tight end, over $100,000 to his charity. So to all these people who say the Bills fans, like I've seen so many negative things. Like I seen what Patrick Mahomes' wife posted about our fan base, how you couldn't buy a folding table in the state of Missouri without a Missouri driver's license. Like, dude, seriously. Like, yeah, we have some people who do some dumb things in our fan base. It's gonna happen. That's every fan base. But dude, the Bills Mafia, we really love our team and we do for fun. And when we can help, we actually help. So for all those people who are talking about the Bills Mafia and, seeing the things that you see on the internet, sometimes don't even believe it because sometimes it's just trolls who act like they're a part of Bills Mafia, but they're not. But we really are good. You have to kind of have to be here to understand what this fan base means to this team and what this team means to this fan base. So for all those people, y'all the hater of the week, man, for real. Because we really try hard to not only cheer for our team, but help when this, when the stuff goes down, we first in line to help. So shout out to our Bills Mafia. Everybody said all those negative things over this weekend. Y'all the hater of the week.
All right. That'll lead us to our winner sin segment.
It's us against the world. It's us against Buffalo against the world. It's us against.
All right, the big question is it as a winner sin, Cuzzo Brad, that they say the four falls of Buffalo now has become the 8 falls of Buffalo. Is this a motivating factor for this team, or is this a demotivator? Is this a winner or sin for the Buffalo Bills to be labeled as the 8 falls of Buffalo in this way? I mean, it's fair. It's happened. It's part of history. But is it something that is going to crush this team, or do you think it's a win ultimately that we'll finally get ours as the time goes on?
Dude, come on, man. Are we really doing this?
We have
this
to.
It's obviously a win. I would rather be looked at as a team that can't win in the playoffs rather than the Jets who ain't been in 13 years.
Mm-hmm.
I'd rather be looked at as a team that can't win in the playoffs. I'll take that all day. Yeah. We get in the playoffs. It's hard to win in this league, especially in the AFC. It's hard to win. You have the Ravens. You have the Bengals. You have the Chiefs. You have who else? You got The Broncos are up and coming. You got the Bills. You don't know which team Miami's going to put on the field. You got teams out there that can win. It's hard to win in this league. It's hard to win. It's not easy to go to the playoffs. Houston, you don't know what Houston's going to do this year. Like, it's not easy to win in this league, especially in this conference. So, yeah, I think it's definitely a win. Because we went 18 straight seasons where we didn't even worry about the playoffs. Like, oh, well, a couple years we'll make the playoffs. We just wanted to get there. Now we're here, and everybody's like, I kind of want more now. It's like, dude, this is hard to win. We went almost.
I like this point. I like this point by Scott, because this point is as a perfect. He said we're not the only teams that's getting beat by the Chiefs. The Chiefs are beating everybody in their path, and they've been doing it for a long time. And we're the only ones who give them a run at all. We're the only ones who can stand toe to toe with them. And hopefully, one of these years we can literally just lay the hammer down. Now, we said this on last week's show. You're not going to beat a team like this playing scared. You're not. You have to go in here with I must break you mentality from Rocky. If you don't have that mentality, I'm going to knock your block off. If you come out of that pocket, and these are the type of players that this blue collar stuff that Brandon Beane and McDermott been cooking up for a little while. It's time to get nasty this draft. It's time to get nasty this free agency. It's time to get a little gritty, a little grimy, get some guys in here that's we need an unstoppable force on offense and a severely motivating player on defense. I mean, Von Miller is not it. Von Miller's not it. Okay. Josh Allen can't be the only one on offense. You got to get a tenacious Eric Moulds, AJ Brown type of receiver that people are just frightened of. Absolutely yo, if that dude touches the ball and you combine him with the Shakirs,
we kind of already had that though.
Coopers, the Mac Hollins, you combine a player like that. Yeah. Now you're talking. You're talking. Belichick laid the foundation. Yes, Sam Coward. There you go. That's what I'm talking about.
He was so ahead of his time.
Clemens, Will Winfield. Come on, we can go on and on.
Didn't like Clemens. Loved Winfield.
Yeah,
and Clemens is an Ohio State guy, and I didn't like him.
There's some more names.
There it is.
I like that.
There it is.
I like that Javon Holland dude. I like him a lot.
Nah, I don't want him. You don't want one.
I like
Max with the 2 X's. Bring him.
For Crosby. All right.
We'll get to it. We're
going to get to that. But we need some nasty players, man. We need some guys that is going to come and hit and set the tone for the defense. A Myles Garrett. That's another name out there. That's going to be somebody that we can look into bringing in here. We need some unstoppable forces to surround around Josh. And one thing that Josh Allen proved this year, Cuzzo, he proved that he can carry a team on his back. And, we've seen players do that. We've seen Michael Jordan do that in the 80s. We've seen LeBron do it with teams, but ultimately Iverson. But ultimately, for them to get over that hump, they needed a Scottie Pippen. They needed a Dwayne Wade. They needed a Kyrie Irving. They needed these type of players, another unstoppable force, to team up with them to get the job done. My guy, this guy, Mahomes has it. Mahomes has Kelsey. And he's adding other pieces around Kelsey and himself to make the system continue. Josh Allen needs that one unstoppable force. He doesn't have it yet.
I got you. But couldn't y'all see the media? Obviously, we are the biggest threat to the Kansas City Chiefs. And they're not going to admit it because they're having success. They know. They are just as frightened of us as we are of them. They know. They know that game wasn't going to be easy. They knew that game was going to be hard. They knew this game, they were going to have to beat a lot out of us to win this game. Their fans know it just as well as our fans know it. We are the only threat to Patrick Mahomes. Every other team he blows out. He just beat the crap out of the Texans. He did beat the Ravens by a toe opening week. So he kind of get, but he blew them out in the championship last year. So yeah, we are the only threat to the Chiefs. Every year they're looking at us to see what we're doing just as much as we're looking at them. So it is a rivalry. If CBS and the internet didn't shove it down your throat, we are the only threat to them. They're probably going to wax the Eagles in the Super Bowl. I'm going to be real. They're probably going to beat the crap out of them. It's going to be not entertaining at all. No one's going to care. And Patrick Mahomes, they're going to make history. So, I mean, give it time. I get it. I get the frustration. I understand the frustration. I'm tired of it too. It's not our time yet. I thought it was. It just isn't. That's sports. That's life. It's not fair. We'll get there.
Yeah. One thing I can say that is the challenge that the Bills are going to have to face going into this upcoming season. There's a guy in Cincinnati who's coming. He's coming back. And that's a guy that's also a threat to Patrick Mahomes that the Bills and the Chiefs did not want to see in the playoffs. And his name is Joe Burrow. He's coming back next year. And it's going to get tougher because we're going to face them this year. Again, this is where we need to make sure we just keep elevating every year in this rebuild situation. The guys that are here that are not producing, you got to get them out of here. Let's go to our top 5 players of the game.
This is the BA-Dubs Top 5 segment. Buffalo, get ready.
Getting hot.
You got them? Well, let's get them.
All right, Cuzzo, you set it off last week.
Hold on, just throwing this out there. Joe Burrow's going to be on the cover of Madden this year. Just saying. Just saying. Just saying. Just saying.
Well,
y'all see who was on the cover this year and what happened to him.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. Something to keep in the back of your mind. And he bought a Batmobile for some reason.
So, talking about our top 5, you started off last week. I'm going to start it off this week. Top 5 player of this game. I got to start with, oh boy, it's tough, man. It's tough when you have a loss, but who can I say? I'm going to stay with Jordan Phillips, man. I'm going to start with Jordan Phillips. I mean, that one play.
The
really
big rhino in the middle. He just
he
took his prey and it's like, how you do that? How do you lift a dude? You took a man like your force lifted
offensive lineman too.
Offensive lineman. You picked him up and like carried him to get the sack. That's impossible. Like that's how much of a force this man was. Shout out to him, man. That was awesome. That was awesome.
He's got to be number 5 for me. He's a guy I definitely want to see around here. So. Yeah, let's go there.
All right, number 4. I'm gonna go Matt Milano, man. Matt Milano was putting in work yesterday. He didn't get a lot of recognitions and some plays he did miss, but he was putting in a lot of work yesterday. A lot of work in the trenches, stopping Kareem Hunt and those guys from getting yards, Pacheco, knocking them down. So I got to give Matt Milano number 4. He really held it down yesterday.
Yeah, I got to go number 3. I got to go Mac Hollins, man. I got to go Mac Hollins. I really loved his game in this game. I loved his confidence in his game. And this is a guy coming from a losing franchise in Atlanta. And his heart, Oakland, his Miami. Heart. This kid, man, he's special. He's special. Yeah. His aura is special. His fearlessness is special. I want to see him more involved in this offense. I want him re-signed, and I would like to see him more involved in the offense next year going forward. I like him kind of in that role where he's in between the tackles. I mean, not in between the tackles, in between the other 2 receivers on the outside. I like him in the middle, in the slot there, kind of like a receiver tight end, so to speak. But he plays with a lot of heart, and he was our leading receiver up into this game. He really stepped up. And man, he said, come on. I like that backpack thing. Let's go, y'all. Put y'all on my back. Let's go. I like it.
He literally does everything. He's selfless. He's a selfless player. He'll go play special teams. He'll make a play on special teams. He'll make a play on kickoff return. He'll make a play on punt coverage. He'll make a play. We could put him on defense and see what he does. They'll probably make a play on defense. But dude is a selfless player. He's a utility belt. I love everything about it. He is proud of it too. Like, he embraces it. He embraces it, man. I love Matt Collins. I love Matt Collins. I hope they resign him this year. Love his Instagram. I follow him on Instagram. Every day he has a household object. I'm like, I never knew I could do that. So I love everything about Matt Collins. Yeah. I love him. Love him.
He came in and he's infectious.
Yes.
His aura is, they used to say this about Tupac Shakur. They used to say, there's a guy, sometimes some guys just walk in the room and their energy just, he's one of those guys. He's one of those guys. Like, he has an aura to him. So, yeah.
And I didn't get it. I didn't get it to the Micah High softball game. I'm like, yeah, okay, we signed Matt Collins. And I seen him out there like, how come he not wearing shoes? Oh, okay. Got it. I'm in. So, yeah, shout out to him, man. I love him. Number 2 is going to go to number 2. Tyler Bass, you didn't miss a kick-all game yesterday.
Nice.
Got to give you your credit where credit is due. It was outdoor. It was cold. It was on grass. And you did not miss a kick yesterday, sir.
Didn't blink.
Shout out to you. You did not blink. You did not blink. Not going to lie. If it would have came down to a field goal, I would have went for it. I'm not going to lie.
we did go. We went for fourth downs.
Exactly. So, hey, when you were called upon, you answered the call. But, hey, shout out to you, number 2.
Yeah, shout out to number 2. You earned yourself another season, my man.
Yes, you saved
obviously,
job.
Super 17, wasn't his best game. But by far was still the best player on the team. 22 34, 237 yards, 2 touchdowns, 11 carries for 39. Josh Allen, here's what I'll say, and I said this in the beginning of the show. Josh Allen, even not at his best, he had 4 fumbles in this game, and almost a couple pick sixes, which was pretty bad. But we have to say, even in him playing not as good as we know he can, he hung right in there to the very end to making the final throw that was in a receiver's hand. So regardless of him playing his best or not, we know he did not play his best game. We know he was a little rattled early on, but he pulled it together. He pulled himself together, and he led us to that last play. And this is where we have to give our quarterback some help. We have to, and I was talking about this unstoppable player that we have to find a player that can match his energy offensively. We have to. I mean, we have a James Cook, a running back, but I'm talking about a receiving threat.
Can we stop there? Because I feel like we're not giving James Cook enough love. James Cook probably had one of the best games of his career. This game was probably the best game of his career. His play to score that touchdown where he nearly backflipped into the end zone, that was amazing. That was an amazing.
I really appreciate that. He's really, really good, and that's not taking anything away. But I'm talking about a receiver because, yes, a running back is really going to be only as good as his offensive line too. So the offensive line has a lot to do with the running back's success. So yes, James Cook is very pivotal, but I'm talking about having a receiving threat that the defense fears. We just don't have that, and I'm not saying bring a Stephon Diggs type guy. We don't need that. We don't need a diva in here. We just need a dog. We just need a dog, man. We need somebody that's going to dog you. You know what I'm saying? No matter where you put them on the field, you're going to have to account for them. So we got to get the quarterback some help with finding a player like that can match his energy there. So yeah, so that's our top 5. If you got any honorable mentions,
James Cook is an honorable mention. He was awesome yesterday. He was absolutely amazing. Shout out to you. And they kept calling him Jimbo. Stop calling him that. Stop calling him Jimbo.
Like, you're confusing Jim Kelly with him.
Dude, no. It's no. His name is James. Jimmy 3-piece, okay? Let's just go with that.
All right, let's go into some Bills Mafia trivia.
The party starts in 3, 2, 1.
2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1
All right, fire away, Cuzzo.
Bills. Yeah, speaking of great running backs for the Buffalo Bills, speaking of another one, during the 1990s, Buffalo Bills Hall of Fame running back Thurman Thomas set an NFL record that still holds to this day by scoring blank amount of touchdowns. How many consecutive post-game touchdowns did he have consecutively? It is still a record to this day. So no, Patrick Mahomes didn't break it. Lamar Jackson didn't break it. Josh Allen didn't break it. No one has broken this record yet. How many touchdowns did he score consecutively in postseason games? The record still holds to this day, in the playoffs.
All right, consecutive playoff touchdowns. Thurman Thomas, give an answer down below. What do you think it was? How many consecutive touchdowns Thurman Thomas
Now, how many games did he
How
score?
many games? How many games?
How many consecutive games did he score a touchdown in those playoffs? How many games? Consecutive playoff games. Only got to do this.
That's a good one. That's actually a really good one. Drop it down in the chat. Take your best guess. After the top three, we're going to answer the question really quickly. How many consecutive games did Thurman Thomas score a touchdown in the postseason?
How many games?
Still set the record to this day. This is an NFL record?
Still has, it's an NFL record. Has not been broken. Has not been broken.
All right,
Wow.
JW says 9.
9. That is correct. 9 is the answer. Still to this day, Thurman Thomas holds the record for most consecutive postseason games with a touchdown with 9. That has not been broken. That has not been broken yet. Shout out to Thurman Thomas.
17. I wish it was that many.
Yeah. I wish it was that many. But it is 9. So shout out to Thurman.
Terminator. All right, so Cuzzo, man, here we are at the how to get a dub in the off season.
Okay.
Man, this is where we're gonna just talk about who stays, who goes. Let's start on the offensive side of the ball. How to get a dub segment here, and it's bittersweet. It's bittersweet. Let's start with the offensive line, man. I'm keeping everybody on the offensive line. I have no complaints there. I think they're just going to get better from here. The offensive line, I'm good with. What you got?
I can't see a hole to fill on the offensive line. I think that unit is perfect. That unit's been the same every single week. They protect Josh Allen very well. They've earned their money. So I can't get rid of anybody on this offensive line. Shout out to them.
If you got anybody on the offensive line you want to replace, leave it down in the chat as we're going through this process. All right, let's go over to our quarterback play. Let's go to our quarterback. Obviously, Josh Allen is staying. Let's talk about the backup quarterback.
I don't know, man. I don't know if we should keep Josh Allen, man. At this point.
All right. So let's talk about the backup quarterback. Trubisky. Is this a guy that you want to keep around, or Mike White? What do you think?
I mean, we can plug another guy in for Josh. We could draft a guy in for Josh as a backup. There's plenty of good quarterbacks out there you can plug in at the end of the day. Do I feel comfortable if Josh Allen went down? Will Mitch win me a couple games? Absolutely not. Will Mike White win me a couple games? Absolutely not. Will he play with heart and grit? Absolutely. But you definitely need to bring a guy in. You could say, okay, well, Josh is down, but I trust this guy. So I would definitely bring a good veteran backup quarterback in.
Yeah, I'm not against drafting a guy. I'm ready to turn a page on Trubisky or Mike White. I didn't see anything in a final game from Mike White to say keep this guy here. I could be looking to, whether it's free agency or through the draft, replace a guy to learn the system and learn up under Josh Allen. But if I had to pick between those two, I'm taking White because he's younger. Trubisky, I think he's spent in the NFL. Understanding the game, yes, Trubisky is that guy. But I think if I'm going talent for talent, I think you keep Mike White and try to find somebody younger in the draft and let Trubisky go. There's where I am.
Cool with me, bro.
All right, let's go over to our tight ends. Let's talk about the tight ends. Dalton Kincaid, Morris, and
Knox.
Knox.
We're good. We're good. To me, we're good. I'm good. I'm good here.
Oh, if Knox is willing to restructure, I'm willing to do that. I'm not willing to pay him what we've been paying him for the last few years to really not really be involved in this offense consistently. So I'm if he's willing to restructure his deal, absolutely, I'd keep him. But he's not worth what we're paying him right now at all. So
That's fair.
I would look to either restructure or replace him. So I really like him as a guy. He is a Buffalo guy, but something's got to give. He hasn't had a good season since 2-3 years ago. So
I mean, he hasn't had a bad season either, though.
he hasn't had a good one. Now he hasn't lived up to that contract. Let's just say
I mean,
that.
what are you comparing? Are you comparing him to Travis Kelce or some of the top tight ends in the league? He's definitely not there.
No, I just honestly, I think Dawson Knox should be your starting tight end. And here's why I say that. A lot of people may disagree with me because, Kincaid had a breakout season his rookie season, but Dawson Knox offers more. He offers blocking. He is way more physical after the catch than Dalton Kincaid is, and you're paying him more. So those are three things where either he's going to be the starter or he has to take a pay cut or you got to get rid of him. It's one or the other.
I give you credit there. Dalton Kincaid is more of a finesse tight end, more of a receiver / sort of hybrid sort of player. Dawson Knox definitely takes care of the dirty work. He definitely blocks well. He's like an extra lineman on there on that goal line, and there's third and shorts. So definitely, I agree with you there. So maybe he'll restructure his deal. Maybe they can work something out to keep him here. I would hate to see him go, though. I would hate to see him go.
Yeah. But, if he's not the starter, there's no reason why he's on this team because, again,
you know what? I take that back. Just don't go to the Patriots. Just don't go there.
Just don't go to the Chiefs. How about that?
I mean, don't go there either. But, yeah.
J-Dub says he may be more consistent than Knox. I mean, all around, maybe he is. I mean, he's more valuable on the field, because if we're going to go to that, that 6 offensive lineman package, he's a guy that can help, on that edge. So, because he can block. Kincaid was drafted in the first round to open up the passing game. And as the starter this year, he did not do that. And people would say, okay, maybe it's injury, maybe it's this or that. But right now, I see that Dawson Knox has more to offer this offense that Joe Brady is building more than Dalton Kincaid does. So if he's not the starter, if he doesn't prove to be the starter next year, he needs to be considered restructuring his deal, or they need to look elsewhere for someone to replace him.
I think both of them make good plays. I think both of them make a lot of plays that gets overlooked. They don't score a lot of touchdowns. I'll give you that. They don't score a lot of touchdowns. They're not like all these other times that score a lot of touchdowns, like Schultz and Andrews and stuff like that. They don't score a lot of touchdowns, but they do make big plays very consistently, both of them. So I don't know. I don't know. I mean, Kincaid's obviously is on his rookie deal. Knox is obviously, you said he restructured. His deal is we paid him a lot of money. So we'll see what happens. But I like the combo that we have with them too. I do like that.
Yeah, well, we'll see. All right, so let's talk because we also have to think about the salary when we talk in these players.
True.
So just keep that in mind, everybody. The salary cap, we have one. So that all has to come into consideration. You can't keep everybody. So let's go over to the receiver. This is something that we talked about. You got to get a guy to stretch the field on this team. Curtis Samuel, he's going to be here for a while.
No,
his contract is not structured. His contract is not structured to where you could just get rid of him after a year.
We should
just to let you know that. Unfortunately, he will be on this roster. Mac Hollins, got to bring him back.
Keep him.
Get him a 2 or 3 year deal. Get him. You need to be working on that right now. Get him a 2 or 3 year deal.
It's 2 years.
You have to keep him on this roster. I don't know where Khalil Shakir is in his contract just yet.
He's on his rookie deal. He's still
on his rookie. Okay, good. So he's going to be around.
Do
we bring back Amari Cooper?
No. I love. Don't get it twisted. I love what Amari Cooper brought. I love that veteran leadership. I love that calm, cool demeanor. The guy just wanted to win. I loved everything about Amari Cooper when he got here, but I'm sorry, bro. It just wasn't enough impact. And I get it. You know, you're at the twilight of your career. We appreciate you being here. We appreciate everything you brought here. You brought some momentum, but yeah, we're not gonna bring you back, bro. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and Cooper has been a great guy and
Yeah,
an ultimate teammate for this
yeah.
Buffalo Bill team. I really like him, and I would bring him back if the price is right. I would bring him back if the price is fair. I think he also had to consider he did not come in training camp. He was kind of thrown in mid-season, and there was a measure of success there. Obviously, him and Josh Allen didn't have a lot of time. He wasn't on the field as much as I would have liked. Perhaps with a full off season, with a full all season mini camp, training camp with Josh Allen, maybe he would have been a lot better. So, I mean, I'm not willing to say don't bring him back. I would give him a chance if the price was right. There I am with that.
There's gas still left in the tank, man. Gas still left in the tank there. I would agree, but I mean, if the price ain't right, bro, I'm sorry. We could find somebody else.
Yeah, definitely. If it's not right, and there's going to be guys out there. We know T. Higgins is going to be out there. T. Higgins has been a guy that I've wanted for a long time, and he immediately comes into Buffalo. He would be a guy that would be a number one receiver immediately. But if you compare him with Amari Cooper, I think it's time for Keon Coleman to just take a step back. They rushed him. They rushed him in there. They rushed him in there to be the number 2 receiver at the beginning of this season.
Yeah,
he's not ready. He's not ready. He's not ready. We wanted him to be.
He was hurt a little bit too.
He was, but he's not ready to be a number 1 receiver.
It's a rookie year. Rookie year. I don't think he's shown flashes. He's shown flashes.
He's not ready.
Shown flashes we can be. I just think the injury kind of messed him up. We'll see what happens. But I wouldn't cut the cord on him just yet. I let him get out there. I trust him. I do trust him.
Yeah, that's done. You got if you can find a guy out there. Like I mentioned, I think T. Higgins would be great for Buffalo. I don't know how much that would cost Buffalo, but if he gets here, he'd be an immediate number 1 receiver for the Bills. He has the speed. He has the size. He's got his name ring bells in this league, and would love that. I think that would open up this passing offense a lot better with a player like that. He's got an attitude. You'll love that. So, again, these are the type of players that we would like to see in the offseason. So let's go over to the defensive side of the ball, starting with the defensive line.
Max
Crosby, or
anything else.
What about our guy from Cleveland, Myles Garrett? I would love that.
Nah, I don't want him. Love Myles Garrett, Hall of Fame career, great in Cleveland. Want Max Crosby. He hates the Chiefs just as much as I hate the Chiefs. I don't know if y'all watch Did y'all watch Quarterback on Netflix? If you haven't watched Quarterback on Netflix, watch it. That dude hates the Chiefs, and he likes Buffalo. I mean, come on. He is suffering right now in Vegas. Free agent, the money's right. He believes in us. Come on, man. Bring him in. Yeah, smokes a lot of weed. Don't care. He gets to the quarterback. He makes Patrick. He flusters Patrick Mahomes. Watch the tape. Bring him in. Max Crosby.
Myles Garrett does too, though. Don't.
He does. I'm not taking away anything.
Myles Garrett is a physical force. He's more physical than Max Crosby is. He's brute power.
I get it. Max Crosby is younger. He is in his prime. He is ready to go. I love Myles Garrett. Myles Garrett might never be out of his prime. He's awesome. But I want Max Crosby because he has that. You said you wanted a dog, a dude that hates the Chiefs just as much as we do. That dude plays for the Raiders. Like, if you don't, that's like if you hated the Bills and you signed What's his name? The tight end for them. The tight end for the Dolphins. I don't even know his name. The dude who can't stand buffalo wings. No, not Gesicki. Gesicki plays for Cincinnati. The other tight end that can't stand buffalo wings, said they were overrated, and he like spits at the crowd. That guy. Yeah. That's like if you hate the Bills and you sign him. I want Max Crosby. Make it happen.
Yeah. I'll take either one of those guys. They're both great. Here we have some decisions to make here with Von Miller. Obviously, this is the year where you can cut ties with Von Miller and it won't hurt you as it would have if you would have did it this year. I think this may be the time. He is, unfortunately, he's a has-been. He's
wow.
I'm saying the truth here. He is a has-been. He's a Super Bowl champion. He's a Super Bowl MVP, but he's at the down end of his career, and he's only playing through rushing the pad. You're only putting him in there on situational defense. If you can't start this guy, there's no reason why you should be paying him this money. So, if he said he put in his word before that if Bean is done with him, he'll be done playing football. So maybe Bean can go to him and say, "Hey, restructure your deal or you're out of here." That's the only thing I can think of to keep him on this team. And the other thing I would ask of him, you need to be on the field 3 downs. If you're not going to be on the field 3 downs, if you're not going to be, well, if you're going to be a 3rd down specialist, then you need to take significantly less money, period.
Being on the field 3 downs is a liability.
Well,
he can't do that anymore.
Well, I'm saying to you right now, if he can't do it, then he don't need to be here.
I agree.
We need dogs.
Let him go. Let him go. Bring Max Crosby in. Broom, problem solved. Dude's in his prime. Dude is ready. He is ready to run for the Super Bowl. Bring in Max Crosby. Make it happen.
All right. So we got the defensive tackle. Are you satisfied there? Ed Oliver.
Yes.
Daquan Jones. I'm satisfied there. I'm not sure if this. Maybe we may consider. I don't know. Maybe.
With Ed Oliver though, it depends which Ed Oliver.
Maybe Daquan Jones. Maybe Daquan Jones. He did have a really good season last year, but he was riddled with injuries this year.
With Ed Oliver, it depends what Ed Oliver you get. Because some games, Ed Oliver's unblockable. He's unblockable. But then it's the games he takes off. And you just kind of forget he was even there. Mm-hmm. But when his game's on, it's on full of 100%. Mm-hmm. So it really depends on which Ed Oliver you're going to get today. Are you going to get Ed Oliver, this Ed Oliver? Are you going to get, all right. You're going to get that Ed Oliver. I don't want this. I want this. I want that Ed Oliver. Because when his game's on, his game's on.
Yeah. I want the dog. Are we giving Groot a contract?
Man.
He had a good season. But this one right here hurt so badly. And this game he played horrible. He played horrible. Right. Sorry, he played horrible.
Okay, here's my situation with Groot. If you bring in Max Crosby, I'm sorry, Groot, you got to go. If you don't bring in Max Crosby, you got to make the deal make sense. Make the numbers make sense. Because you did not make it awkward at contract time, bro. Like, you played great, but you didn't make it awkward. Like, I thought you were going to make it awkward. No. You didn't make it awkward, bro. Sorry. So, if you bring in Max Crosby, Groot, thanks for your service. We'll see you on another team. But nah.
Yeah, to me, he's not as dynamic as somebody that you just can't lose, especially if you're going to get a Myles Garrett or a Max Crosby. I don't see him as untouchable. I see you make it your first priority in the offseason to go acquire one of those guys, and then you really negotiate with Groot and say, "Hey, look, this is what we got. So you got an opportunity to be a rotational player on the other side of the defense, but this guy he's dominating the right or the left side." You're going to be the other guy, but you're not a 12 to 15 sack guy a season.
No,
you're not that. So don't come acting like that's what you're going to get. from you. So don't expect to be paid like that when we're
If you
going to
hit
get
double
that.
digits, you have an argument, but you ain't hit double digits, bro. Sorry.
Yeah. So to me, that's the first and foremost thing that Brandon Beane needs to do is really go out and get a defensive end. You got two of them out there, two of the greatest in the NFL. You better make that move. Let's go to the linebackers, man. Let's talk about these linebackers. These two, really, it's a two linebacker behind Milano and Bernard and Benford. I'm sorry. I like them both. I would like to see them both have one healthy season together. You know, they
for Brad not take.
Yeah, I really like Williams too, backing him up. I would like to see Spector replaced. He's been injured for the last 3 seasons.
Yeah, Spector can go.
We got to get a little more beefy at the linebacker position, some run stopping linebackers particularly. So I think we can get better on the back end of that linebacking lineup. What's your thoughts?
Keep Dorian Williams, let Matt Milano go.
Ooh.
Don't care at this point. Love Matt Milano, loved everything you brought when you came back, but Dorian Williams was an absolute savage out there every time he was on the field. He did not. He learned from that over pursuit he did a year ago. He learned from his mistakes, and he played extremely well when he was out there. So I would definitely keep him. I would keep him and Bernard. Let Matt Milano. Let was Balin? Is it Balin Spector? Balin Spector. Let him go. Let Buffalo Joe learn. And I don't know if y'all been seeing this. There's a kid in UB, West Seneca kid. Dude tackles everything. MAC Player of the Year. Be on the lookout. You can possibly get him in the 3rd round. Kid can play.
Okay. I have to look into that.
Just saying. He can play. MAC Player of the Year, man. They won the Bahama Bowl. Keep him on your radar. You can get him in the 4th round, 3rd round, somewhere around there.
Yeah, I think Matt Milano's injury has taken a toll on his injuries. Injuries have taken a toll on him mentally, physically. He just hasn't come back the same player. And now this can change in the offseason. You know, again, he can, you know, he's a hard worker. He really works on his body. He trains hard. I don't know if he's going to get much better than his ceiling right now. So that is something to really be talked about in the off season. Are we going to get nastier at linebacker? Are we going to get nastier? We need to get nastier. We need some dogs. And I like what you mentioned with Dorian Williams. I was very upset when they just put him in, you know, do not play for 2 weeks after when they brought Milano back. Was not happy about that. So, all right, let's go over to the corners. Love what I see. Ultimately, from the two corners, Douglas played horrible last night, but over the course of the season, in the season he got here, he made a pretty good impact. I'm keeping both of my starting two corners. Okay. Definitely want to see Benford healthy. As you mentioned, best corner in the league. Behind those guys, Elam, Teron Johnson is staying.
Best nickel corner in the game.
Best nickel corner. Lewis is staying. Really love him.
Yeah.
UB Cat. Elam, if you're not going to change him over to a safety, he needs to be off this roster.
We got to stop trying to make Elam work. Dude, get him off the team.
Well,
go to another team. I hope you do well. It's a wrap, bro. It's not working.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying if you're not going to find a place that's suited for him, get him off this team.
Him and Christian Bedford were drafted in the same year. Christian Bedford was drafted in the 6th round. You were drafted in the 1st round. They gave you out 2 pieces of paper. They said, this is how we do business here. Figure it out. For some reason, Christian Bedford can play the corner position better than you. I'm just saying. So, hey, man, get off the team.
That's not even question, but, you always have to question whether you're using an athlete to the best of their ability. And I think the only saving grace for him is to put him at the safety position, because if you don't and give him a chance there, he has the physical attributes to do it. I don't see him lasting in the NFL as an NFL corner. He's not good enough, period. All right, so I think that's the only guy. There's Ingram. He's another guy. I really liked his play. I liked Ingram. He's a guy I want to keep around. Safety needs some upgrades. Safety needs some upgrades. I
would keep DeMar Hamlin. I think he earned it. I don't know about Rapp and Bishop. I think Bishop's young. I think you can teach him. I don't know about Rapp. Rapp, I don't know. He makes plays, but I don't know if he's cut out for it. He can make plays when he's called upon. He does call out the zones very well. When he has to pass guys off to the corners, I do like the way he calls out the defense, but I don't know. I feel that can be replaced. I feel that can be replaced.
Yeah, both of those safeties, I wouldn't get rid of DeMar Hamlin because DeMar Hamlin is a sound backup. He's good,
but he's good though. He's good and run support.
He's a sound backup. He's a sound backup, but he's not a game breaker.
Yeah,
he's not a game breaker. But he's solid. He's a guy who usually doesn't let the defense get behind him. He does make sack tackles, but the bottom line is he's not an NFL starting safety. And I talked about this about Mike Edwards early in the season. We didn't even give Mike Edwards a chance. So I was very disappointed at that. But at the end of the day, we can get upgraded with Rapp and him. I think both of those guys are backups. I don't think any of those guys are starters. When I talk about corner, safety, I'm talking about Cam Chancellor. I know they don't make guys like that.
Order, dude.
I know they don't make guys like that.
Dudes don't come around ever often, bro.
I know. You don't find Cam Chancellor's that easy. Big, 225.
You don't find those guys
6'3", 225 pounds coming downhill, smacking the crap out of anybody. But I mean, that's what I see for a guy like Elam. I see that physicality. I see that size. I see that speed. And if you can convert it,
it ain't up here. It ain't up here, bro. Okay. It's not up here with him.
Well, listen. The way McDermott's defense is run, the safeties and the corners can be interchangeable. So if he can do that and get his learn to tackle a little better, I would love to have him play free safety. Absolutely. And he's got good ball skills.
Do you trust him against the Bengals? Do you trust him against the Chiefs? Because he gonna be the piece to say, okay, I feel comfortable with him.
I don't know, but I said that I think it's an opportunity that it's the last opportunity you got for this kid. He's 6'3". He's 6'3". He's 6'3". He's 210 pounds. He runs a 4.3. Physically, he's a problem. You have to find places for players like that on your team if you're going to keep them on your team. If you're not going to keep him on your team because he's just trash, get him out of here. But you have to try. If he's on this team, you have to find a place for him if he's going to be on this team. And that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. If we're going to keep him around, find a place for him, period.
Hey, we'll see what happens. I think that experiment is not working. That experiment is not working. And if you try to tinker with it, you can hurt this defense in the back end. I like what they did with Rapp and Hamlin this year. They tried something different. They both of them played well. I'm not saying that they played bad. Both of them played well. They just didn't, like you said, strike fear. I didn't have that fear.
You're not game breakers.
Sean Taylor. I didn't see that.
No.
Cole Bishop might grow into that. I don't see it now because he can't cover. He can tackle. He can't cover. He can't cover right now. That's not his game. He can tackle very well. Dude can tackle a truck. Can't cover. But I don't know about rapping. I would keep Hamlin because Hamlin can kind of do it all. But I think we can find better than him too. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, the safeties are a position that I think that can be replaced. Tyler Bass has earned himself another year. He was perfect. He was perfect in the postseason where it mattered. Got to give him props for that. So he stays on this team.
Look, Tyler. Okay, look. You want thin ice, bro. You want thin ice. Okay, don't be comfortable. Okay, you survived. You didn't miss. You did everything we asked you. But man,
All right. This is the season finale for Buffalo Against the World show. We had such a great season with you guys. I mean, look, Bills Mafia, there's a lot to be happy about. You know, we didn't get to our ultimate goal. There's a lot of things that are not yet in place for your team, for our team, the Buffalo Bills. They are still a work in progress. This rebuild, when you decided to let go Jordan Poyer, Micah Hyde, Stephon Diggs, a lot of the offensive linemen that they had, when you decided to Tre'Davious White, when you made these moves, you knew it was going to have a major impact. And in fact, this team went further than they did last year. They got to the AFC Championship. They overachieved. Big shout out to the squad. There are some guys that if you want to listen to our take and you missed the podcast, make sure you go rewind it. We mentioned the players that we believe need to stay. There are some dogs that need to be added to this football team. And we're still a work in progress. So we just want to tell you guys, keep your heads up. We know it was a tough loss out there in Kansas City. We were riding behind our team as we always do. But we're still a few pieces away.
Definitely. Shout out to all of you. Thank you very much for allowing us to be on your screens. If you're watching on your phone, if you're watching on your laptop, if you're streaming it on, any type of platform, whatever you're doing, just want to give a shout out to Built in Buffalo, over 150K followers. So shout out to all of you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for the support that you give us. We love coming and entertaining you guys every single week. Thanks for every person that watches us, leaves comments, to subscribe, hit the notification bells. We appreciate it all. We do this for y'all. We love it. We love the Bills just as much as you guys do. So thank you. It's been another year, and go Birds, I guess. I don't know. Go Birds.
Go Bandits. Go Bandits.
Oh, yeah. Go Bandits. And somebody, we need to help the Sabres.
Yes.
We need to help them. That I don't know hockey, but they need help.
Yeah.
Now it's not funny.
Hopefully Lindy can get to right that ship sooner or later. So let's just keep our faith and hope that again it's not the end. It's a new opportunity that's going to open up, and you better believe that these guys are going to go right back to the drawing board really soon to go to work. Brandon Beane, this is Brandon Beane's time where he needs to be looking to improve this football team. He needs to be lockstep with Sean McDermott, because the next year it has to be. We have to overcome this team. We have to overcome, and we were right there. A lot to hang your hat on this season. Go watch the 2024-2025 season highlights. It's really exciting. It was an exciting year, and we're going to do it again. We're going to do this again. As long as we got 17, we got a chance to win.
We're good. We said at the beginning of the year it was going to be fun to be a Bills fan. All I can say is, what a ride. What a ride it was. It was a ride this year. Ups, downs, wins, losses, records being broken, tables being broken, Lions being broken. That was funny. Sorry, I had to throw that in there. A little jab. All right, guys. We love you guys. We will see you at the draft. For our draft show.
All right. This is Kulu, cousin Brad. We'll see you guys at the draft. Free agency. We'll get our show back popping here again. And we appreciate all of you for rocking with us throughout this season. This is Buffalo Against the World.
This is Buffalo Against the World Sports Talk with Kulu and
Cousin Brad.
Bills Mafia. It's our time.
Act like you know, baby.
Act like you know.
Against the world. Let's get it.
High, big BSF, man. Buffalo versus the world, man. Take on anybody. Buffalo against the world, man. Buffalo against the world. I know what's going on, man. We out here. We outside. We outside.
Buffalo against the world.